Hello my viewers, and welcome to another exciting lesson in Revit. In this lesson, I just want to teach you on how you can define, the rebar covers in Revit. Okay, so we need to go to the settings and create different, rebar covers. And of course, as an engineer, you should have the knowledge of exposure conditions. And of course, you should have an idea of how you detail within your region in terms of rebar covers. Okay, so you see, this is what we'll be working on. I'll show you on how you can change the rebar covers on the base and the column, as you can see from here. So if you like what I'm doing on this channel, I just want to ask you to make sure that you like. Don't just watch the videos, make sure that you like. And also for anyone who is interested in learning Revit, make sure that you check the links in the description. There are some nice courses for you which you can enroll in if you're interested. Okay, so without wasting much of your time, let's get started in this lesson. So what I'm going to do is to start by, going to the settings. Okay, you see that under structure, okay, we have the cover right there. If I just click on reinforcement, I can click on rebar cover settings. This is where you set, the cover to reinforcement. By default, you have, you have those different ones. You can add, you can duplicate, you can also delete. If I just close it, okay, and go back and simply click on the cover, you see that I have a number of tools there: edit rebar cover, pick elements, and also pick faces. And you see that from here, I can click and still go back to the same settings. Okay, I can add and also duplicate and delete. So I'll close it. So I'll simply click on modify, escape from the command. I'll start by going to the cover right there. Okay, you see that I'm still in this command. I'll cancel. Actually, this one is used if you want to start now changing the cover settings on your structural element. Okay, so if you want to go to the actual settings, make sure that you click there and click on rebar cover. This way you have the possibility now of adding your own, cover. Okay, so what I'll do, I'll simply leave the way it is here, but I just want to add one. I'll call this one, I can click any of these boxes. I'll call this one as maybe footing. I'll just call it footing. This is just a name. And for this one, of course, I already have 50 there, but I'll just change it to 50 because I just want to rename these things. Just click on 50 as a footing, then okay. Then I'll go back to reinforcement, rebar cover settings, and you see that I have the footing. All the sides I'm going to have, maybe let me also create another one. I'll call it foundation top. This is just for demonstration. Okay, you see how we can use it. And okay, I'll leave it at 50. Okay, as an engineer, you should know what to do in terms of considering the exposure conditions. Okay, so I will also leave it the way it is. Then for the column, I just want to rename this one, maybe this one, the 35. I'll call it for column. Okay, that's the one I'm going to use for the column, and then click on okay. All right, so my settings are there. Okay, now if I want to check the settings for a particular element, I can select on it, and you see that right here, if I just drag this one here, I'll drag it like this. You see that we have rebar cover top, that is the top. We have rebar cover, bottom and other faces, top, bottom, and these are the other faces. So you can even see that under the rebar cover, those are the settings for this particular element. I can go to the next one. I can even switch with a different one right here. Okay, if I just want to switch, change the top one, this is the top cover, I can just click there, and if I want to pick 50, I can do that. You see that the rebar will adapt accordingly. Again, it will not adapt if you didn't model correctly. Make sure that you watch all the videos on my channel. You learn on how you can model properly using rebar constraints and also some other techniques within the channel. Okay, so if I want to change the other one, of course, I'll select on it. Rebar cover bottom face at the bottom there. If I still want to use 50, I'll select on it. You see that it will adapt like that. I'll go to the other one. I still want to maintain 50. Maybe this is just a name foundation top, but I can use it for other sites. You see that it adapt even within all the sites. So this is one method that you can use. If I select on it on the other member, I can do the same. If I want to use 35, you see that it will change there, although the change is quite minor. Okay, I can go to the other one, pick 35. where is 35, select. You see that it's going to change there, but you can't notice it. Okay. Now, the other method that you can use is to simply go to structure, and if I just go to cover right there, I can click on cover. You see that we have these tools. We have, pick elements. If I click on pick elements there, you see that this one is not activated, but if I click there, that little box, okay, and click on OK, you see that still is not activated because this is where I just want to see what I, created there. I'll click on OK. So while in that command, once you pick, it's asking you to pick the element. For example, if I pick that, that base, now I have the option of now picking the cover settings right here. Since I picked, that option, is going to change, the cover settings for all the sides because I picked that option. If I pick maybe 25, you see it's going to change. If I select once again, did I do the correct thing? I think the order is, I have to change here. Sorry, I didn't pick it. I have to pick 25. You see that it changes. If I switch the other one, I select 50, you see that it will still adapt, meaning that all the sides are going to change. This is the first option. The second option, let me bring it back to maybe 25. You see that it changes. If I just click on modify, click outside, I want to change maybe the cover settings. I just want to demonstrate to you. I'll go to that cover, then I'll pick faces, I'll select on it. Then if I just want to change, you may decide to have different covers for different faces. If I pick this one, you can see I'm able to pick faces like that. If I pick that one, meaning that I'm just changing that face, I can pick the cover for this one. Let me say 50. You see that it's going to change. If the top one, let me change. First of all, I want the top one maybe to be 35. Okay, this is just for demonstration. Okay, but usually down here, like in my region, we use 50 and 75 because this is underground, okay, because of those exposure conditions. Okay, you want the rebar to be protected with enough cover. Okay, so if I just pick 25, I pick the top one, pick face, pick the top one, then I can change this one. If I want 35, see, it's going to change just like that. Okay, so I can do this even for the columns. So if I just want to change that face, I want to pick that one. If I just want to have 50, let's say maybe we want 50 for this face. Click there, first pick the face there and select, I want 50. You see that it's going to change. If I want to change maybe to 35, it's going to change. If I want to change everything, I want to have a uniform cover for this column, I can still go to cover there, then pick that one there. Then I'll pick the column. You see that I've picked the column and that one is active. I want all the sides to be maybe 35. I can select like that. You see that it's going to change. So this way, you are going to set all the covers for the elements. That covers are very, very important because, you don't want the rebar to be exposed, to harsh conditions. Okay. So this is how you set your rebar cover. So if you like what I'm doing on this channel, once again, make sure that you subscribe to my channel and check the links in the description for the courses that you might be interested in. So see you in some upcoming tutorials.